Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. What does I say in Russia? S Novым годом. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. I look a little sleep deprived. So sorry about that. Been burning the midnight oil. Been hitting the sack like about 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning for the past 2.5 weeks. Just got done doing the photography contest. Congratulations to the winner. Um, that was a lot of hard work. There were 3 judges, but even I had to go over. There was over 1,100 entries. I went over each entry no less than 2 times. And oh my God, that was a lot of work. In addition to working on 2 books and an article, I'm actually, my plans are not to make any videos until after Christmas, if that's okay, which would be December 26th. I'd like to do a live stream tomorrow, which is Tuesday, and also normally do a live stream on Wednesday, which is Christmas. I don't know how many people will show up, but you know, stick to the schedule, right? I think my idea for Christmas, not that I celebrate the holidays or anything, is to maybe sleep in, or at least try to, and turn my brain off for like 1 or 2 times out of the year, or at least turn it down a little bit, and microwave something. Maybe fix a steak, but I'm kind of staked out. I'm not a big meat eater. I like to fix a big salad. Oh man. Whew. I should get a pizza, but I haven't had a pizza in over like a year and a half. Obviously, I'm fat. I think anybody with 2 eyes. I love it when people leave comments. But you know, you're fat. Like, oh my God. You know, yeah, the guy that's pretty intelligent and knows 7 languages, and my eyes work perfectly well. I know I'm fat. That's because I'm stuck behind the keyboard a lot. Unfortunately, I would love to travel more. Anyway, I lead a simple life. Other than having a pile of camera gear, I lead a really simple life. No wife, no kids, no family, no brothers or sisters. I lead a really simple life. I'm always in deep concentration on about 1,000 things at once, almost literally. Not that many, I mean, a lot of things at once, though. There's a lot of downsides to actually having, you know, a high-functioning brain, or whatever it is. I don't believe in IQ, because IQs don't test for nonlinear thought and spontaneous synthesis of creation and invention. So there's a huge difference between empirical knowledge, i.e. episteme, and wisdom, or gnosis, and that's completely irrelevant. However, just wanted to say thanks to anybody that has been or will be kind. I really appreciate it. I had a lot of fun in live stream last night. It was really hilarious. Much more so than normal. I've been extremely exhausted for the past 2.5 weeks. I need to stop going to bed at like 5 o'clock in the morning. There's just not enough time in the day. It's like, I don't know how normal people do it, whatever the hell a normal person is. I mean, they have a wife and kids and, you know, like a normal job. I got several jobs, but they're all of my own doing. You know, even, and this is dead serious, you know, if everything fails for me in life, I can never go back to work for like, you know, a stupid idiot again. I'll never do that. I mean, I would rather be homeless and destitute on the streets than, you know, go to work for some, you know, unibrow moron. I'll never do it again, ever. My life is over for that, and I'll never do that again. It's just never gonna happen. I'll never work for anybody else ever again. I just refuse to work for stupid people, and there are a lot of stupid people out there. It's like, well, you gotta work to pay the bills. It's like, I know, I'm barely making it as it is. A lot of people don't fail to see, and you know, I don't expect anybody to watch like a bunch of my videos, but they see me with a new camera. It's like, oh, you're saying, well, you got a new camera, you know, you can't be broke. It's like, no, I sold several things to buy that. That always kind of ticks me off slightly when people do that, because they don't realize that, like for example, to get my GFX 100, which I still don't have yet, I sold off some of my most expensive lenses and 2 cameras and saved up for over half a year to buy that camera. People lack proper perspective when they make comments like that. But I mean, it's social media, and that's just the nature of things, because, you know, you do ignore the haters, and you know, after 6,000 videos, look, I don't have the best looking face, obviously, far from it. You know, I can't stand to see my face. I'm not putting myself down. I know I'm incredibly intelligent, but I know what I look like. I know my personality kind of sucks, but I'm not out to shaft anybody. And I always want people to be happy and to save money. Like when I was up in the Photo Plus convention in New York City, you know, I said that to so many people. It's like, you know, I know I come across like sometimes I do a little bit of hyperbole in the videos. You know, kind of over the top. It's just to make people laugh, though. I know I'm not. I don't have a secret agenda. I'm not selling workshops and meetups. I can't believe. To me, it's the ultimate like insult that you would charge somebody to like meet with them. Like, you know, if you if you give me $300, I'll meet with you. Like, give me a break. You know, you should just want to socialize with people that like your video content. And that kind of blows my mind. I actually don't understand that. I do understand it, but I would never do something like that. I really wanted to say thank you a whole lot to everybody. Thank you so very much for any kindness at all, both past, present, and future. It really helps a lot. It seems like every day I stress about what sort of nasty bill is going to be in the mail. But I have three jobs, and I only average about 6 working jobs a month as a photographer. You know, perfectly honest, and they're extremely boring. It's product shots and also to corporate. I love doing events in corporate because it's really fun. You get to meet and greet people, and it's really cool. But a lot of it's just business website photography. You know, interior, exterior. Take a group shot of you know, our employees for their websites, and medium format is the edge on that. So I'm appreciative to Fujifilm for making such an incredible, inexpensive camera. I still love Nikon a lot. I'm waiting for them to come out with the Z50 is actually an extremely cute camera. I should review it here in the next week or two. I've had my hands on it way more than a few times, but I need to borrow it for a week or two. I've actually asked Nikon to borrow the camera, but I'll be perfectly honest with you. Even though I love Nikon, there's something gritty on this table. Even though I love Nikon a lot, I actually called up their chief person in charge of that. I made a lot of money for Nikon, and I've spent more money on Nikon gear than any of the rest of you. I mean, let's just face it. I've spent a lot of money on Nikon stuff. You know, it's like, just send me the camera for a week or two. You know, I really love the camera. It's got a couple faults. Of course, I didn't say that to them, but it's actually, you know, a really great camera for the money. And, you know, never heard anything back, so that's the schmucks at Nikon. I mean, Nikon has always, even though I love them, Nikon has always been an extremely IBM-ish, schmucky, stuck-up, elitist company. They really have a hardcore, and it's hurting them. They have a hardcore, I want to use a really strong word, but I'm going to tone it down. They have a really strong butthole-ish attitude towards their customers, and it's hurting them. And I think they're going to eventually wake up, if they haven't already, you know, to the way they treat other people. You know, only thing I wanted to do was borrow the damn camera. You know, just let me borrow the Z50 for a week or two. So, you know, God knows how much money I made Nikon off their Nikon D500 or their D850, which I basically told everybody to buy, and my review was 100% valid. Not a single complaint from anybody. But, you know, yeah, let me borrow that $800 camera. Well, a little more than $800, you know. Yeah, apparently that's out of reach of Nikon. So, thanks a lot, Nikon, for, you know, having your head firmly planted up your backside on that one. I'll find another avenue of borrowing it. But, I guess if I had a bunch of affiliate links, I would have a ton of money, and I'd just go out and buy it like the rest of these YouTubers, but you know, I have to spend my own money on stuff, and people know I don't have money, because if I did, I would be in Norway right now, or Iceland. Well, not right now, because it's really too cold there. But right now I'm rambling on, and people hate it when I do that. Obviously so. I'm rambling on in this video. Humble apologies. Um, People think I'm a Fuji shill boy or something like that. I'm not. They're actually making um, their firmware updates, their cameras. What they're doing right now is unbelievable. I've been having so much fun with the X Pro 3. Man, that is just one polished piece of Lamborghini. I mean, it's just amazing. The world's fastest digital rangefinder style camera. Having a lot of fun with it. I really am enjoying it a lot more than I thought I would. I just thought, it's a great camera, and I used it for a few days up in Photo Plus. Walked around with it and played with it all evening. Loved it. But I actually like it a lot more than I thought I would. I just thought, well, it's the XT3 guts sensor and image processing engine in the X Pro 2 body. And it's actually more than that. I mean, what it is it's more than the sum of its constituent parts, is what I'm trying to say. But anyway, I'm keeping it real to whatever extent that is harming me financially by not posting affiliate links. And sometimes it's tough. I just look and I go, oh my God, I need a vacation. I need a real vacation. Kind of burning the candle at both ends, and it's tough, actually. I mean, it's not like I'm moving boulders in a rock pit or something, obviously, and I'm not starving to death, obviously so. Anybody with two eyes can see that, but yeah. Anyway, I have my integrity. No matter how much people insult me about being fat, bald, ugly, or bit of an arrogant SOB, which I am to a certain degree. I am a bit of an elitist intellectually. I am an intellectual elitist. I mean, translate ancient Greek, I'm a hardcore Platonic monist, monist. Look up that word. It's a type of ancient Pythagorean Greek Indian position of metaphysics. And so, in that sense, I am a bit of an arrogant elitist. I mean, I know that, and I'm never going to change. But at least I'm upfront about who I am. I know I have a bunch of faults, but so do you. Life is full of bills, taxes, suffering, and misery, and death. And life is too short, to be a hater. Where none of us are perfect, and I sure as hell am not perfect, nor do I claim to be. But I also know that, I've got it nailed on camera lens reviews. I do. My accuracy hit rate is higher than the rest of them. And I'm also not selling anything. And if you think that's worth something, I appreciate any little donation, even $1 or $2. It doesn't matter. Or you can tell me to jump off a cliff. It doesn't make any difference. I just want people to be happy. Like I said, life is short and full of bills and misery and death. And it's a wise philosophical position to not take. It doesn't matter if you're rich or poor. Life is full of bills, misery, and death and suffering. It's not a good idea to take life and make it more miserable unnecessarily. So I'm not trying to do that to myself or to anybody else. However, sometimes it seems like I'm doing that to myself. Just seemingly so. But that's who I am. I don't really have anything to apologize for. I don't. I'm looking directly into the camera lens when I say this. I really don't. Everybody makes mistakes. Last night's live stream was just a hoot of fun. We were all laughing, and it was just, it was kind of even though I was completely exhausted. Obviously, my videos are very simple, and they're not edited, and they're not high production. They're the furthest thing from high production. But it was startling up at Photo Plus. I met a lot of people. They said I made them happy. So many people said the same thing. I'm so glad, that you don't have any affiliate links, and you actually, you used to fix this stuff. You're giving wise, intelligent recommendations that save people money and make them happy. Yes, it's good to take a life everybody's life is the same. Suffering, taxes, bills, misery, and death. To elevate it just the tiniest microfraction. And if all of us around us did that to each other, life would be a lot better. They say you shouldn't take life too seriously because you're not going to get out of it alive. And you're not. I'm not, and you're not. So don't take something that's by default full of misery and make it more miserable unnecessarily. And I'm not trying to do that at all. I just want people to be happy, to save money, and save time too. I mean, when people go out and spend money and they spend their time hunting for something good, and it's like, they could spend that time doing something else. It's like, well, there's this guy I trust. I think there's this guy on YouTube. He saved me some time and money so I could do other things. I think he's a bit of a schmuck, and he's a fat, bald, ugly. I don't like his voice. I don't really like him, but I know he's not trying to shaft me. I know he's not like a used car salesman. He's not trying to kiss me on the lips while he's picking my back pocket. So that's a good thing. Because there's not a lot of that out there anymore. No, not really. No, everybody's got an affiliate link. So that's my Christmas message. I'm going to stay the same, stay the course. I'm going to make a lot of videos on metaphysics and philosophy. And obviously camera and lens reviews, obviously primary. Yeah, I mean, that sounds weird. There's this guy on YouTube, he's fat, bald, and tattooed. He's a bit of an arrogant schmuck. It's like, what do he make videos on? He makes videos on metaphysics, ancient Greek translations, field theory, and camera and lens reviews, not in any particular order. Well, that's really strange. Yeah, I guess so. Everybody tells me I look like Uncle Fester, and that is extremely accurate. If one of you sends me one of those trick light bulbs, that's battery powered that you can stick in your mouth, I'll use that as a prop in every other video. I can't find. I think they're on eBay somewhere. How many bags do I have under my eyes? Sleep deprived. Lead a simple life. My mind is all I have left. I wish people in live stream would stop asking me about smoking doobage or drinking. Listen, I don't drink, I don't smoke, and don't do drugs. I've never done drugs. Don't let the tattoos confuse you, okay? Just don't. Please, God, stop asking me about illicit substances. I heard an old saying in a movie last week. Someone offered this chick a drink. And she said, I would not let a robber into my mouth to rob my brains. Talking about drinking alcohol. Not that I'm against it. A good glass of wine is very healthy for you. But for some reason, my body says, no, hell no to alcohol. Like I said, my mind is all I have left. But I was drunk twice in college. It was not a good experience. It felt pretty good for 2 hours, and I felt like crap for 30 hours. See, I can't get into that. This is going to do this. I'm going to do some drinking. I'm going to feel pretty good for a couple hours, and then I'm going to feel like crap for 20 hours. I can't do that. What's the use? What's the use? I'm going to give you $1 million, but I'm going to chop your foot off. I was like, oh, that sounds good. It's kind of the same thing. I ramble on right now, and that's what everybody hates, including me. Yeah. But I think I'm going to entitle this video, don't watch this video. Anyway, thank you for any donations you have or will have, or your kindness, and happy holidays. S Novым годом to my friends in Russia. Настоящие крепкие народы в России! If you speak Russian, that was really cool, right? Настоящие крепкие. I got to speak it like a real Russian. Настоящие крепкие народы! Молодец! If you speak Russian, I was really cool for about 5 seconds. Thank you. Happy holidays. Happy New Year. Catch you on the 26th. Peace out. Girl Scout. Bye. Mic drop.